Good afternoon, my fellow Christians in the world in general. This is me again, Reverend Karlo Kolong, appearing in front of the media to preach the gospel. I'm going to teach about the lost sheep, which means the lost sinners, the criminals who refuse to be found. I'm going to preach about that chapter of Luke chapter 15, verse 1 to 10, the lost sheep. But before that, let me give you a song, so that you may know Karlo is a musician, a prophet, an author of many books, also a comedian sometimes. Of course, Jesus told us to be happy, rejoice in all the situations. Even though we have some problems, we have to rejoice because God is in charge of our lives. He's taking care of us. Keep in mind, every born-again Christian has 10,000 angels as his bodyguards. And those are the protecting angels. So let me give you a song which says, I don't care what comes, whatever conditions, situations is surrounding me, trials in my family, Jesus is there to take care of us and to take care of me and you. I don't care what comes, I have Jesus in my heart. I don't care what comes, I have Jesus in my heart. I want to remind you, keep your love in Jesus. I want to remind you, keep your love in Jesus. Everything you do see, all will be destroyed. Everything you do see, all will be destroyed. I don't care what comes, I have Jesus in my heart. I don't care what comes, I have Jesus in my heart. I want to remind you, keep your love in Jesus. I want to remind you, keep your love in Jesus. Everything you do see, all will be destroyed. Everything you do see, all will be destroyed. This is enough. The main thing is the message, not the music. The music is just accompanied. So today, I'm going to read you one of the strongest chapter, the book of Luke chapter 15, the lost sheep. I'm going to read and be ready to welcome the gospel. The title says, The Church as the Lost Box and Found. Yes, these are some of my books. This is the American version, printed in Kampala 3 times. And I gave to so many key leaders in Juba. Even some from Northern Sudan, they were with us in Juba. I gave them these copies so that they understand the meaning of Isaiah 18, which says God will punish the Sudan. Today you see the center of Isaiah 18 is Upper Nile region, where you see those idol gods confusing the population. The war started in Upper Nile region, 1983. That is the fulfillment of Isaiah chapter 18. It has taken 22 years and we lost more than 3 million people. Who killed them? The Sudanese. No foreigner is killing us. Why? Because we are non-Christians. The country have no Christians. In 2008, while I was in the state of Iowa, USA, I went to internet to know how many Christians are in the Sudan. And I found out of 40 million, it says only 5% are Christians. I wept with my tears. That was 2008. 5% is not a passing mark to University of Heaven. You cannot go to Emily University with 5%. It's a failure. So, actually, the main topic is the book of Luke. It comes from the book of Luke, chapter 15. This is the Western version of the same Bible. I mean the same book called We Are Not an Island in the Sudan. The one that brought the Sudanese peace of 2005. It was my vision that God gave me in Nairobi, February 2002. But the blind Sudanese falsely said, we have liberated the country. What liberation? A criminal cannot liberate a criminal. A thief cannot correct a thief. A liar cannot correct a liar. A dirty man cannot clean a dirty man. Blind leaders cannot lead blind people. A prostitute cannot correct a prostitute. Well, let me just read. The church as Lost and Found box, December 9, 2022. Luke chapter 15, verse 1 to 10. The parable of the lost sheep. The church as the lost and found box. What will happen if some people refuse to be found by pastors who were assigned by God to look for the lost children of God? A week ago, I gave my Christian business card to some people. One of them replied to me on my phone. He said that he tore the business card and threw away. He said the title Reverend has no meaning in the world. These are the lost children of God forever. So God, they're just like the lost items, but they are not found. You see? The lost items of no owners, they refuse to be found in the box, like keys who refuse to be in the lost and found box. The owners cannot get it. God cannot get the lost children, even though God gave pastors assignment to look for his lost children. Our report to God as pastors will be negative. I will tell God that your sheep refused to be found, so the hyena or Satan will deal with them. Let us examine ourselves. Read the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 39 to 40. Are we or you found by God, the owner of your life? God gave me the vision of lost and found box, November 30th, 2022. In secular world, somebody invented the idea of lost and found box policy. Let us read these philosophers who were used by God to expand human knowledge. This idea was the product of two people. It was Napoleon Bonaparte of France who said, let us put a box for the lost and found items in the streets of Paris, so that those good people or pastors can pick those lost items and put there for the owners to find them. That was in 1805. Jonathan Wild also called it lost and property office, LPO. That was in 1714. And Napoleon modified the word as
lost and found box in 1805. This idea can now be mean lost people who have not exposed their mistakes and came back to God, their maker or owner. What can happen to your lost goods like keys, cars, laptops, phones, children, dogs, cats? Let us say all of these have ID cards or plate numbers, but were found by good Samaritans or police and placed in the lost and found box within the airport or bus stations or post offices. If the owners heard of these places but refused to go and pick, what happened? We hear government radios announce the lost children, but the owners refuse to go and pick them. There is a policy of those who take care of these items. After 6 or 12 months, they will throw these items away because the owners refuse to come and take. This is how God is, looking for his lost children. He authorized the pastors or the police to look for his lost children and bring them to the church, the house of God, the maker of all human beings, which is the lost and found box for the owner, that is God. We as the spiritual police try to bring the lost people to the box of God many times, but they refuse. Many people come to the churches sometimes, but they are not found yet they are not yet found by Jesus, the maker of all things, as John chapter 1 says. After some years, God will tell us, the pastors, to throw them away because they refuse to be found. It is God who ordered them to be trashed away from the list of found children. Many people acquired Christian names like Peter, Thomas, Simon, but they are not found in the church. They are busy somewhere engaging in rebel activities, cattle raiding, stealing, committing adultery, rape activities, and they got killed in those wild forests or cities. Did we hear the 12 disciples of Jesus, like Peter, Thomas, Simon, got involved in these bad activities? How many people got lost and found in the church today? Do you want to be lost again, back to zero level, or be found in the church, the house of God, always? If you want to avoid your enemies, like demons or killers of mankind, come to the church, the house of protection. The time for salvation is now, not tomorrow. Don't harden your heart. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 8 to 11. Thanks, Reverend Karlo Kolong. Can opener to allow you see God. What does can opener mean? You know a can for opening, opener, can opener is a kind of a small machine to open the can so that you can get the tomato paste and put it into the broth or the stew to make the stew very seasonal. You see, very nice. So I am the can opener. What do I mean? I can open the gate, the door of heaven for you to see God. If you believe in God and you accept your mistakes, as an agent of God, I will open the door of heaven so that you see God in heaven. The one who gave you your spirit. The one who gave all human beings the spirit to be human beings. Many times I tell people there are three fathers within the world. The father of your spirit is God. That's why Jesus taught us in the book of Matthew chapter 6, when you pray, say, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Which means the father of all human beings is God from heaven. Whether you are a communist, a non-Christian, God has given you the spirit from heaven to be alive in the womb of your mother. Because if God did not send the spirit to your body or fetus in the womb of your mother, you will never be a human being. You will never come to this world. Unless God did not send the spirit to your body in the womb of your mother. Then you become alive. Then you come out after 9 months. But shame on you when you grow up, you don't want to know who made you. You ignore God. So therefore, you're like the lost forever children, the lost items. in the lost and found box, they are not there. Or if they are there, those who take care of the lost and found box, they will throw those keys out, or the laptops, or the smartphones, because the owners did not come for 6 to 12 months. What's the use of keeping them in the lost and found box? They throw away. The same thing, some people can be in the church without being found. They pretend to be Christians. They borrow Christian names. Peter, Thomas, then they go back and raid cattle and raid ladies, and steal. So such people are lost and found, lost forever. They will never be found in heaven or in the box of the living people.